Good morning. This is Karen Terradas with Social U, and it is time for What's Up Wednesday, where we come to you live every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Central to talk about social media tips, tricks, and trends. All this month, we're talking about video. We have talked about live. We're talking about live today. We have talked about short form and why it's important. And next week, we're going to talk about YouTube basics. Just some tips to kind of make sure you're headed in the right direction. But today, we're going to talk about live. The stats behind live video are incredible. If you have not started integrating video into your marketing plan, I highly suggest that you do so. I don't think no business owner is in a position where they cannot do it from this point forward. You just have to embrace it. Plus, who's going to tell your story better than you, right? Okay, so I always like the why. So why? What are the most compelling statistics to convince you to integrate live into your social media plan for your business? Well, first and foremost, there is a higher consumer preference. 80% of consumers prefer to watch a live video from a brand over reading a blog. 82 prefer live over social media posts, and these numbers come from HubSpot. So they are much more likely to watch a live than they are to scroll through and read static posts. That's just the statistics. There's increased engagement, 10% more engagement than pre-recorded. So if regular video is 4 times more engaging than your static content, live video is 10 times more engaging than that. The numbers are incredibly high. The next statistic, it's a significant purchase influence. 67% of live viewers are more likely to purchase an event ticket after watching a live broadcast. And this can apply to retail. This can apply to events, performance, anything that you sell. People are much more likely to engage with you from a video. It has higher sales conversions. So conversion rates are 10 times higher than a traditional e-commerce if you're promoting during your live video. You have a much broader audience reach. Live streaming allows businesses to reach a global audience, expanding your reach far beyond your traditional methods and locations. It also establishes trust and authenticity because you can't polish it. You can't go when you're live like we are today. If I sneeze or if I, accidentally, fall out of my chair, all that stuff live, you can't polish the flaws out. So you're going to be as transparent and authentic as possible. And people really, really relate to authentic. The days of cultivated static posts are, there's still a place for them, but if you're trying to connect with your consumer, just be you. Just be your true, authentic self, and you can't do that on you can do it on a pre-recorded, but live is a very easy way to accomplish that. You get real-time audience insights. You can see who's streaming with you. You can get immediate feedback through chats, polls, questions, Q&A. Those insights show up immediately. It's cost effective. Live streaming can be a more cost effective marketing strategy compared to a traditional advertising. Social media really, really favors, those algorithms are going to favor video, but live video in particular. Most of the platforms prioritize the live video content, giving it increased visibility in users' feeds, and it leads to a greater organic reach because if people jump on and watch it, they're going to think, oh, this is great content. We need to show more people, and you get a broader reach. And of course, again, it builds strong community. It's the interactive nature of live really fosters that sense of community, making viewers feel more connected and involved with the brand. And a lot of what we do, we do get this question because there are people who do what we do who are not on the up and up. And they are, we've done recovery for sketchy account managers before. And by the time the client gets to you, they've already been burned. So they want to make sure that they're safe with you. And this really helps foster that community. I've had people reach out to me and say, you sound like the person in the videos. I am the person in the videos. It's just me. This is who I am. And I think that authenticity goes a long way towards building your community for sure. Okay, so now that you know why you need to do it, integrating live video into your social media content is increasingly critical. And there's reasons to integrate that into your social media. So statistics aside, because those are the stats. Now, some of the reasons behind that, you're going to get real-time engagement and interactivity, just like with polls and Q&A. And one of the things I love, we use StreamYard as our go-to when as a third party. And of course, StreamYard is super effective for podcasts and live because you can stream to multiple platforms at the same time without having to learn HTML to embed from Zoom to Facebook. It can be very confusing, especially if you're a new user. And one of the cool things about StreamYard, let me kind of get over here to show you guys, you have the ability to brand. I have the ability I can show my name. I can insert a video clip if it was me and I'm showing my screen. I can add backgrounds. I can add background music. There are, I can display my name if I want to. I can show a headline if I want to. I can have a scrolling ticker on the bottom. And one of my favorite features of this, if anybody on any platform types in a question live, I can display it. And if any of you guys who are with me today would like to just say good morning so I can show that feature, I would love that. But it's so it's so effective, and it allows branding that's otherwise not allowed. It also, a very neat feature of StreamYard is if we stream to LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, and if someone asks a question on Facebook after I display it when the live is over, it allows us to those comments made from Facebook go to Facebook, which I love. I love that. It knows who's on YouTube and who's on where your audience is, and that way it shows where the audience was watching, which is very cool. And now that Facebook is no longer allowing you to keep your lives longer than 30 days, if you're on StreamYard, it allows you to. There's a library. Every time I go live, that video is stored in our library. So if I want to go back and upload it to Facebook, so it's considered, or after I get my stats from the live after the 30 days, I can go back and upload the recorded version, and it's still considered organic video, and that will last forever. But yeah, there's a lot of live videos that are going to be deleted just because people can't, Facebook's not storing them anymore, which I think is, terrible. Come on, they've got the bandwidth to do it. I don't know why they won't do it. It's very transparent. You can't hide who you are in a live stream. They tend to be unscripted and unedited. It's very difficult to polish your personality out when you're live. It shows your genuine human side. Of course, the algorithm is going to favor it. It is definitely going to prioritize the live. It is seriously more cost effective. It's going to build your community. Something else that it really tends to do is it creates that FOMO, that fear of missing out, that in the moment nature of, I wonder what's happening, especially if you are selling product. I only have 2 of these left, or this just came in, it's brand new. That really fosters that urgency, that in the moment, that if you don't tune in now, you're going to miss out, which is FOMO could be very compelling. Especially live shopping, your conversion rates are higher. There's several different retailers I follow just so I can kind of get a feel for their lives. I think they're very interesting. It also, a single live stream gives you a ton of repurposing. I'm a big believer in recycle, reuse content. If it was good once, it'll be good again. So my team could come behind me and get this information. That little snippet about StreamYard that I just did that was like 2 minutes, that'd be a great short. It's very easy to disseminate these pieces of live video and pull them out and make them other pieces of content that you can use elsewhere. It's a great way to create reels. We definitely transcribe these, so it's going to be a blog post, and then we also turn it into a podcast because StreamYard allows us to download the audio separately. So we really, really recycle our live streaming because it's just so effective. And you don't always have to reinvent the wheel when you're generating your own content. It showcases your expertise and leadership. When you host a live Q&A, you have to be ready to answer those questions. It allows expert discussion so you can really demonstrate your knowledge and experience and build your reputation as the go-to resource in your industry. That is something I have always welcomed. You can ask, it doesn't matter what our topic is, you can ask me anything you want about social media or digital marketing, and I'm going to answer it. And if I don't know the answer, I'll go find it out and then I'll comment about it later. But you have to be prepared to kind of roll with the punches when you're live because you never know what's going to happen. And of course, it's real-time feedback and incredible insights. It lets you know who's tuning in. Although we tend to, just for me personally, we get more watches on the rewatch than we do on the live, which is interesting to me because it's sometimes very difficult to book time with one of our team. And this is a great way to ask questions anytime you need help. I mean, I do this once a week and we're definitely here to help you. That is it for me this week. Next week, we're going to talk about YouTube basics. I'm going to talk to you about the 5 things you absolutely have to have if you're going to have a presence on YouTube. And we will announce our July topics by the end of this week. I will go ahead and let you know our office is officially closed. We only close 4 weeks a year. And we are officially closed the week of the 4th of July. And until next week, I'm Karen Taradas, and I'm here to help. Thanks.